Yeah guys, so I didn't really get to finish, but I was going to do a video quickly in regards to letting you guys know that I was going to be transferred to Central Middlesex Hospital, but it happened quickly, so I'm being transferred now. So anyway, whilst I'm on the way, I want to still tidy up and finish talking about what happened after I done that video. So after I done that video, do you know it was hell. It was hell. Because let me tell you that I didn't get no cannula put in me, you know. And no man, it was torturing because a team from St Mark's came over, and that particular team, they deal with these special lines, you know, these lines, they deal with them. So they tend to know their patients, right? They're St Mark's patients. She knows me very well, this particular staff. And she spoke to the team at Northwick Park Hospital and said, you know, we know her very well. You know, she's got her veins are non-viable, and you need to either refer her to the line, you know, the lines like the line service, or you know, like an anaesthetist, but she needs to have a cannula put in, like ASA, because she needs a line. And isn't it interesting? Everybody can say that. But it seems like getting it done, it's another thing. So can you imagine, look from when I was here. So anyway now, so with that, she said that, look, a day had already passed and I had nothing. My arms were bruised where they kept trying. That next day they kept trying. And I'm not saying just trying and stopping, no, they kept trying. And this time I was still having a fever. I mean feverish, just feeling feverish. And you kept pricking me, just feverish, just feeling in and out of consciousness, and we're not getting anywhere, we're not winning, my arms are busted, you know when you just feel like you're being bullied, you know when you're just being bullied, because literally that's exactly how it felt. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I just kept saying to them, if you can't do this, if you can't do this, you know, if you can't do my cannulate me, why after a day and a half, why has nobody referred me to the anaesthetist team? Why haven't you referred me to, there must be somebody on ICU or what? There must be someone in intensive care that you can borrow. Is this not an emergency? You said it is. So I was left there. So still there was no line put in me, and I became really emotional. I was just crying, and then that particular team, St Mark's team staff, she did say that refer her to the line service. So eventually the line service came down, but I was excited naturally, but they hadn't come down to put a line in. So I was like, oh, but which made sense, because if it was suspected like line sepsis or something, then they're not going to, you know, put the line in. So I just thought, well, but they said we come to try to unblock your line. I don't care that line that's in my arm. That line is dead. It's a wrap. You know, the doctor in A&E, he'd already messed that up. It was already a done deal anyway before that, but it was a wrap then. You're not going to try and unblock it. Take it out. So I explained to them what was happening. I was emotional anyway, and you know, they didn't have to try. They wasn't instructed to, but they just, whilst they were there, they just said to the nurses, look, just grab some stuff, let us try. You know, they know me. They've heard about me. They've heard about my veins. So can you hear that? They've already heard about me. They know me. I'm not new. That my name is not new to them in the system. And just like that nurse that came over from St Mark's, that particular one that deals with the lines, can you imagine the way she was talking about me, saying this patient, you know, we've known her, you know, her veins, the way she was talking like that, you know, that patient is representing St Mark's, you know how difficult my veins are, you know that, which still makes you say to it again, why, after all these years of you knowing that, and especially the importance of me being cannulated, because if I've got an infection or something like that, or line sepsis, it could cost me my life. Then why wasn't immediately somebody called from, like I said, intensive care, or I don't know, anaesthetist team, or do you know what I mean? Why isn't something set up then for patients like me then? We'll talk about that another time. Anyway, so the line specialists, they really tried, and I swear, they didn't want to keep trying, because they thought it's not fair on me. I wanted them to keep trying. I said, please try again. And then they tried, but I was so dry. I didn't even, there was no weed. I hadn't weed for 2 days. I'm dehydrated. I'm dry. I'm feverish. I'm just taking all the moisture out of me. So I was in trouble. And then they were like, okay, and they tried. I said, oh, please just try again. Please just try again. You know, because I really wanted it. And then she was like, okay. And she tried a few times on my request, you know. I just wanted the line in, and she tried, and she said, I'm so sorry. There's nothing there. You know, there's nothing there. There's nothing coming up. She tried everywhere, all my arms, my hands, everywhere, up, nothing. And these people, they can do me. I can trust them and know them. And if they can't do it, well, I just started crying. I was done. I just started crying. I just burst into tears. I was done. And then after that, they was just like, so sorry and stuff. I said, it's okay. You know, straight after that, a doctor came in. He looked at me, and he came in. He's got his tourniqueter. He's got all his stuff, and he's like, right, we've got to get this done. And I said, excuse me? Can you imagine? My arms are already tormented and tortured, because it's been tormented and tortured from the day before. It hasn't stopped for nearly a day and a half of that beating down. I tried to say to the doctor, you need to be careful, because if you keep on traumatizing my body, but listen, my body can't take it. There was a time when it was done so many times that I woke up to the resuscitation people around me, or whoever they were. I must have just, I don't know, I was unconscious or something happened. The team said, because it's too traumatic. So I said to this doctor, please, can you just be careful, because I was shaking, I didn't feel well. I said, I can't take it, I can't. I look at my arms, I kept saying, look at my arms. And then he was like, oh, you know, don't you understand? You're not well and stuff like that. Like, how dare you tell me that? That's why I've been coming to you. You know, that's why I've been coming to you. And then he was just like, and then I still let him, in the end I let him try. And then he managed to get one in. Even though at first I said to him, why don't you just contact the anaesthetist, so why don't you just, I said, why don't you just do what they told you to do? I mean, why don't you do that's what they said? Because if they can't do it, why don't you listen? Anyway, who listens, right? Whoever listens to the patient. Anyway, in the end, he was going to do, he couldn't do my arms. There was nowhere to go on my arms. He wanted to do my arms. There's nowhere to go on my arms. They were done. And then I said, well, you can try my feet. I was just so done. I didn't even care. And then he says, no, we'll just try the legs. So he did push the needle in my leg, and it was disgusting. But eventually, so he was able to do that. But look, here's the thing, what I'm trying to say is, what I've been explaining and putting on YouTube just the other day about all this, it's not new. This is the thing that I have to deal with all the time. And you know what the concern is? If this is just me and I'm just going online, and because this is all just about me and it's nobody else, then either way it's a problem. But if I'm saying this and it's happening to other patients, then still it's a problem. Either way it's something that needs to be fixed. Do you understand what I'm saying? And St. Mark's, I am your patient. I am your patient. And like I said, we can't deny the fact. We can't deny the fact that this could have been a very deadly situation, yeah. This could have been a very deadly outcome, okay? A serious situation. Because think about it, I came into A&E, you know, in a very bad way. In a very bad way. Can you imagine that? And then on top of that, and then on top, yeah, well, that's it. I think when they took the line, I think it had some, yeah, I think it grew bug. I'm not quite sure. But but the whole point is, my inflammatory markers are up. So can you imagine something was going on which I already knew? So all that time is of the essence, right? And whilst you're frapping about with me, huh, for days, I could have been in trouble. Oh my Jesus, I could have been in serious trouble, man. And this isn't because, okay, well, she was very ill. No, hold the fuck on a minute. You could have prevented it. You could have prevented it. If you've got people that are going to put things in place. If you've got, like, I don't know, why can't we request for the line service people then in A&E? Why don't they make that referral, or they're not there after a certain time? Then who do I ask for? Because everybody I ask for, it doesn't happen. St. Mark's even supply letters for their patients, yeah? And when you go to Northwick Park, just show this letter, and yeah, what's it going to do? It's done nothing for me. It's done nothing for me, St. Mark's. That's what like the idea. Right? But you know what? Even saying that, moving on from all that, so there's a big excitement. She needs to be on fluids. She needs to be on fluids. She needs to be on fluids. Do you know, all in all, they didn't even give me no fluids. Do you know how much fluids they've given me all in all? Hardly nothing. Hardly nothing. Yesterday they gave me 500 mils of fluid, yeah, one in the morning for about 8 hours, and another 500 mils in the evening. Are you kidding me? The day before I got the same, 500, like a kiddie, like a pediatric. Are you kidding me? So all of that stuff, all that abuse and fighting, and me suffering and being feverish and going through all of that, was for what? For you to give me that pediatric backside. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm gonna go now because I'm here. I'll check in with you later.